is ministry undergoing a massive school project across Abuja. You won't see that, or even the healthcare part, local clinics and the rest. No, it's about roads, and buildings for public officials, roads, more roads, and then when he wants to probably make himself look like he's mixing it up, then he'll build them borehole as water projects. There's so much going on around there, but somehow he's getting enough media kind of coverage from the Ronokus especially. They said he's a very good spender, like a free spender. That's with the wiki. Oh, talking about land grabbing, by the way, right? From where will the wiki come from? He also has the history or the track record of grabbing lands too when he was their governor. So right now, the situation of land grabbers, illegal land grabbers in Rivers State has become a statewide catastrophe, like a problem. So the newly selected local government chairmen in Rivers State, two of them, well, many of them were seen, but two out of them, right, complained bitterly over how some politically backed criminals are stealing their lands, and as government, they seem to be powerless, like they don't even know what to do. In this series of clips, the first one is HA, local government chairman, who complained so bitterly. As an elderly man, he looked elderly, by the way, that his father told him the history of the land. Today, land grabbers have taken almost everything and sold them off. A crisis that is brewing in the States. Remember, Wiki was from there, and in fact, he is the #1 land grabber in the history of Rivers State. I didn't say that. Ask the Rivers people. They have their own sad personal experiences for those who have had to lose their own inheritance to the likes of Wiki.
Let the truth be said or told. My father told me, say, from here to there, this is our land, inherited by our forefathers. All the so-called land grabbers that are more worse. If there could be a word called Worcester, I could have used it. But there's no word called Worcester. But this so-called land grabbers, second Boko Haram, haven't looked at their communities where they come from. They came from various communities. They couldn't exhibit that court order this, court order that, and those giving that order are not from a chair. They came from a local government. Yes, that's correct. They want to exhibit that court order 1, court order 2 or 3. A chair people haven't gotten their mandate, their vote. I was duly elected by 19 wards of chair local government. Let me send a warning to them. I don't know their names. Then they mention one name using our voice. Some of our boys don't cut the chair. You kill your own chair. A chair not be so. A chair not be so. A chair not be so. That is the origin of the land. Every power of land dispute is hereby directed to a local government council, and I will supersede and supervise. No land, nobody should bring any dredger, any bulldozer, any whatever to any land in a chair land, saying that they buy court order from Ward 1 to 19 that say they brought court order with the police, army. Call the office of the chairman of the chair local government. My number is this. Let me 080 371 83471. Call me. I will use Tankra and now you hold a chair and the chair will follow me. You should kill me and kill others. And they cannot operate at the atmosphere of crisis. Thank you and God bless you.
Yeah. Did you see how he's hyperventilating? About a land matter, and they said that, I don't mean to, no pun intended though, they said that the queries and the land grabbing, they're like 5 and 6. But if you are an query watching this, right, no pun intended, because usually when it comes to land grabbers, right, their first victims are mostly their supposed closest people. So land grabbing starts locally, then it expands and it expands and it becomes a cartel. That's what I learned about land grabbers. They are mostly people from the locality, and they do that within the locality, fight everybody in there. And once there is no more land to grab in their locality, they go to the next one, and they can put up a series of armies, to help them do this. They work with the police, they work with courts. Yeah, Nigerian courts. How you say? In Obiakpo local government area, where Werewike is also from, yeah, it is the similar story. And in fact, the Obiakpo local government chairman, yeah, the one they selected, the sole administrator put in place, right, is also there ranting. Listen to it, his own rant.
If care is not taken, and if we don't stand up all together to fight it, we'll start hearing that community A is at war with community B. We're almost there. And what is more annoying is that people disguise under real estate companies. For crying out loud, our people, Obiakpo people, Igbo people, we are one of the most hospitable and generous people on earth that I've seen. If it were not so, we will not give up the vast land on which the University of Landlord is standing. We will not give up the land on which Bodycamp is standing. I don't consider that Bodycamp an insult. It's an insult.
See? Even the queried people are tired of land grabbers among them. And they believe that something has to be done before communities begin to attack communities for land. That one is already happening in between the Shekiri and the Yorubos, especially in Delta states, where they have record of series of attacks on themselves. Land grabbers, land. Somebody said, why are they all shouting? Baba, you don't understand. They took my land. Yeah, in my own hometown. But Ronokus used to mock me. They would say, no wonder they took his land. Very useless boy. Yeah, they took my land. And the people that took my land were people that were like, the elderly people that I grew up knowing. Those ones that used to call me Ajokotagba. Ajokotagba Majukwe Ronshe. You know what that means, right? Those little kids that barely understands anything, but next to the elderly people. So they don't usually send them because you can't really send them any around. So they used to call me that. Ajokotagba Majukwe Ronshe. Those are the people, elderly people. Should be probably my grandfathers. Yeah, they were the ones. They got a court order. That's what they did. They got court orders, right? And they said that, the person who sold the land to me, who is also very much known, we all grew up in the same community, right? That he didn't have the right to sell the land. Guess what? They are both families. not like two different families. They are the same people of the same family. So these ones are like, my brother who sold the land shouldn't have. I said, then go and meet your brother and collect the money from your brother. He said, no, I should be the one to go and meet the person who sold it to me. So they are like, in the same town, we're all from here. But I don't be small thing though. Then I became angry. I had made video, but I didn't make my own video because I made video too. Because my mom was buried on the land. What were they thinking? They want me to exhume her body, to go and rebury her somewhere else? Like really? In my own hometown? Hey, could be funny. Oh. So I made a video and I said, well, you know what, guys? Please leave my land. I am not fighting you. I am not arguing and I'm not going to. But it's because that's where I was being nice. That's where I buried my mom, and I hope you are not going to put me through that trauma again and all that. But for any reason, because I do know you guys too, that my own, when I was growing up, right, my grandfather used to tell me that I should never fight over land. You know, I don't know how many of you were told that, right? That don't fight people because of land, though. They will kill you. They will just kill you because, you know, and all that stuff. So, but somehow I wasn't thinking that, like, they will kill me or anything, no. I was just like, well, in case if you try it and all that. So I just want to say that if you sell my land, basically if I didn't remove my mom's, grave from the land, what they would do is that they sell the land, right? So when the person is constructing his fence and it gets to where my mom's grave is, what they have to do is just, hang on, where's my, okay. So like that. So it's like, when they get here, they will just bend the fence like this and continue. So my mom's grave can just be hidden somewhere, like a forgotten something, and that triggered me. Like it actually triggered me, took me to this dark place that I had to like express the way I felt. I was feeling there, right? I would probably be screaming, yeah, right. But I didn't scream. I just said that if they succeed in selling the land, no wahala, they should just not finish the money. You know what I mean? Like, their children will need the money, whatever amount they collected for my land. I don't know if it worked or not. So they left me alone somehow. So people that are land grabbers, they are mostly people who are closer to you too. Maybe not directly, but somehow, you know, they have the idea of what they can do and get, who they will do it with and get away with it. And they can try it with anybody. Nobody is too big or too small. Like, you know, that is how much they are in that place. The audacity, you know, that you would expect that, oh, yeah, maybe if I report them to the police. Yeah, report them to the police. And the police will arrest them, right? And then a few months after, they are back on the street. This time, they have become like immune to whatever law you want to push, because by then they've known the judges or extra judges that they should know. And you'll be surprised that you become the defendant instead of the person that is suing. That's how corrupt the entire place has sort of like become. Fayoshe's brother Isaac said he's got an estate in Abuja, right? And for the past 3 years, his own tenants have refused to pay. He's used all kinds of threats, or have you, to get them to pay. No. The next thing he saw was that these tenants who haven't paid for 3 years, they approached the courts in Nigeria and accused him of a threat to life, that is threatening their life. And they want the courts to do something. What about the rent? Like, what are you doing? You're not going to pay? No, you are threatening our life. Our life is in danger. And they took him to court. And just like me, he was calm, telling us the story.
Early morning today, I'm in court. Abuja zone 6. I'm in court because my tenants, they took me to court that I am threatening their life. Threats to life. For nothing where I no do. They've been living in my house, over 25 of them, living in the estate for the past 3 years. They are owing rents of 287 million. Imagine almost 24 flats, a restaurant, owing that much in a prime area in Abuja. 3 years they've been hiding in court. And because our judiciary is weak, they are getting away with everything. So they are getting their adjournment. And even me, we, the owner of the house, we have spent nothing less than 48 million in different court cases with tenants, about 5 different courts for the past 3 years. How many lawyers will I have? Appearance fee, solicitor fee, this fee, service fee. Can you see how wicked we are in Africa? We blame our leaders. Those people, imagine this estate, if that is what I'm using to feed my family, you sure say I no go don't get stroke? God, Motaka Oshidano. The system doesn't encourage investors to come in. The system in Nigeria chase away investors. And it's not only Tinubu, our judiciary too, they are helping matters. SAN, lawyers, they are helping matters. Everybody join in the problem we are having in our country. Imagine, for 3 years now, going to 4 years, no rent on 24 flats in a central area in Abuja. Imagine how much rent we've lost. Over 287 million. Tied down by some wicked Nigerians that they call themselves tenants. Can you see what we go through in this country? Is it good for investment? Can you stay abroad in someone's house for over 3 years and still be dragging him to all the courts in the world? Eniyan nika, ika leniyan. I'm in court now again for another case.
You know, it seems to be like a direct matter, but at the same time complex. You get that now? But what makes it more complex is the fact that you have a country, right, whose judiciary has become so compromised enough that a case will last between tenants and the landlord for 3 years without pay. So any system that his own is just an example, right? You may have your own personal view about him and all that, but it is actually the story. All right. So where criminal politicians, if they ever appear in any court, it is simply because they wanted something to get, they wanted to get a legal backing for something so urgent, and they will get that within weeks that supports their interest. When it comes to like running the country, your judiciary is very crucial because they have to be there to deal with maybe you have domestic violence, child abuse, police assault, police, criminality, what else? Like just anything that could pop up every day. You want justice and to put the society on the sort of like in order. You need the law, the people that interpret the law, judiciary. You don't even care whether you are big or small. You are rich or poor, it doesn't matter. Before the law, they are there to put everybody in their place according to the law. But when you have a society where criminals are getting judgment from different courts, as long as they have something to give back to, which they always do, like they always have something to give back for that compromised system. You see judges who are multi-billionaires. Looks normal, but it's not.